Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Marshall Dion here. And in the last video, I showed you how to put the trucks on the skateboard. See? Well, at least this time I have a better angle of what I'm going to show you what to do. So, in this video, I'm just going to show you how to put the bearings inside these wheels and put the wheels right on the trucks. In the last video, it's always best to use a multi-purpose tool, you know, so you can be able to put these axle nuts here, right here on the, just right here on the axle part. So the first thing we're gonna do is just put the bearings in the wheel side first. Okay, I picked up these VBX ABEC rating 7 bearings at a place called the Edge and Can. It's technically like an apparel store, but they do sell some skateboard parts there. But I got this for 50% off, just for $8, because they're technically not getting a lot of business, because there's not a lot of skaters in the area of Canton, New York. So, well, I don't want to get off subject here, so I'm gonna put the I'm gonna show you how to put the bearings inside first. Just make sure you take the bearings out. Probably should start with a couple of bearings. Okay. You can put them on either side. Doesn't matter. See how it spins? You want to have them to spin because you'll need them if you want to keep your wheels moving. So, well, it's easier when I push them in because it technically doesn't damage the bearings at all, and you probably don't want, and you want to make sure you take good care of these because they cost a lot of money, depending what kind of brand they are. This one's a little tougher. When you're putting a bearing in, just make sure you don't use one of these and don't jam it in like that because it'll ruin the bearings. So, these World Industries bearings are pretty good for, I mean, actually, I think what I meant to say was the wheels, because they came with a world board. So I'm going to just put another set of bearings on. In case if you're having trouble, you can also jam it right inside there, right inside the axle, and you can use that as a tool to push it in. If you don't have a Habitat Uniflex tool, or that has that bearing press as one of their features, or FKD bearing press. So I'm just gonna so it's easier pushing it with my thumbs because it doesn't have a lot of snuff in it. It just takes a lot of force. If you hear it click, that means it's good to go. And if you want to make sure you have a good spin test, just put it inside, and put the wheel and the bearings inside the axle, and see how good it will spin. It spins for a pretty good long time. Okay, since we got those bearings in, now we can put inside the wheels. Now we could put the whole wheel inside the axle. Now use this part right here, because you're gonna need it to push this axle nut right inside. So as I will show you. Like I said, I apologize if you can't be able to get a good reading on this. Oh, just dropped. Well, I got the little case of the drop seeds. Just try to push it in first, and you can adjust it the rest of the way. But just be careful you don't go deep into the bearing. Just don't get deeper into it, or otherwise you're gonna push the bearing. Just give it a little space and let it roam free. Always best to let the bearings fly free. If you know what I mean. Well, these bearings here are a little rusty. Not the bearings, the nuts here are a little rusty, so it's going to be hard to try to screw them in. Just trying to make sure your bearing make sure the tool doesn't touch the bearing or the shield, because it would ruin it. You know, if optional, you can also put speed washers on. But that's one part put together. And I'm going to try the other side. I seem to misplace my other wheel. Oh, there it is. Yeah, those are definitely 8x7 rating quality bearings that you can put on these wheels. Well, I just hope you enjoyed this 3-part series on how to assemble together a skateboard. And hopefully maybe if I can find a kid who probably will want this board for Christmas or for a birthday or something. Well, anyways, this is Marshall Dion signing off. See you next time.